Hello, my crafting friends. Chris Posey here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Central Illinois. I did want to stop in really quick and just show you a quick sneak peek of everything to come in July. If you can believe, we're already talking about things that are coming in July, even though we're just in the middle of a brand new catalog, which of course when I'm looking for my catalog, I cannot find it. But we just started a brand new catalog, but Stampin' Up! Is always coming out with new and fun things for the future. So I thought I would pop on and just share some of the quick things that I just received. I think I've got it all pre-opened for you, but not too sure. I did not get everything yet. I'm sure I will. But I did really want to share these things. So this first one is Violet Dreams Suite. So it comes with DSP, these adorable gems, which I don't know if you can see them. They're these little flowers with gems inside of them. They are a little bit dimensional, so they might cost you a little bit of extra postage, but they're super cute. And just beautiful colors. So I'm going to move that off to the side. And then this is the DSP, which I'll just kind of throw that off to the side. Featuring Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Hydrangea Hue, Peaceful Pine, Secret Sea. So you can see all the beautiful colors, lots of violets, and I would say there's maybe some bubble bath. I don't know if they said bubble bath, but it sure looks like bubble bath to me. They say it's Fresh Freesia, but kind of hard to tell, but I'm sure it'll come up. And then this is the back side. A very subtle stripe. Be perfect for floral papers or just mixing and matching. Could be great for baby pictures or baby cards. Then there's this gorgeous one with the Secret Sea background. And then the back has that nice Fresh Freesia background. Just a very subtle flowers. Then you've got this really pretty grape, or gorgeous grape, with a very subtle hydrangea hue. It almost looks like cloud cover, but it really is just a little bit darker in the hydrangea hue. So just a beautiful mix and match. Will be great on even masculine cards. We've got this gorgeous hydrangea hue background, and it's really almost like a muted or a stamped off version of hydrangea hue with the violets, and we've got these white diamonds. Very pretty. With that peaceful pine in the background. Just a very subtle background. Another version of white violets with the like the light color of the gorgeous grape. So all my purple lovers are going to love this. Backed with the pin dot in Secret Sea. Very pretty. They look great together. I might have to try those. And then this one also comes with 2 die cut sheets. So we've had these before, so it actually comes with a frame and an insert, a frame and an insert, a frame and an insert, some violets that we can color on our own, a bunch of leaves, a bunch of punch out violets, little violet buds, you know, and then violets in the hydrangea hue, Highland Heather, or maybe that's supposed to be Fresh Freesia. I still swear this looks a lot like Bubble Bath, but it could just be a light version of one of these other ones. And the Gorgeous Grape. So it's just a beautiful set to play with. And once again, there's those gorgeous little gems that go with it. Also with this set, we do have again, which I'm super happy about, a Fresh Freesia ribbon. So I have been may have stocked up on Fresh Freezer ribbon the last 2 times that we've had it. And so super excited to have something that's in stock, but just this very, very gorgeous. It's about 1/4 inch satin ribbon. There's little bitty stitching on the edges. Super fun to play with. And then of course we have the Framed Violet stamp set, which has I appreciate you, sending love, taking care. It's got violets, a big one and a small or individual one, some leaves. It's got this background, which will actually coordinate with the dies, if you can see the dies. So this will actually stamp inside of there. This will punch out the inside. It has another sentiment there, and then just a background textured stamp, as well as dies to cut out all not only the stems for the violets, but some leaves, some individual violets, and the whole stamps. So it just gives you a lot of things to play with. I'm going to put these down in my box here so that they can be played with later. One thing that I admit to have missed the first time I ordered, so I had to place a second order. Yes, I've already ordered twice of these. Is called the Gilded Wings Accents. So we've had this in black, and we've had accents in like florals and whites and in black. Well, when it showed up, it just said Gilded Wings, and I kept seeing these in the catalog, all these gold butterflies, and I could not find them anywhere in the new online exclusives that were coming out in July. And then I looked, and it looked on the website like just a piece of gold paper, and I wasn't looking very closely. These are all butterflies. I have not counted them, but there's a lot. Even for butterfly people like me, there's a lot of butterflies. Some of them are super intricate that you punch out. They just punch out very simply, or you can punch them here and you can have just a gold butterfly. So for those of us that cried when they got rid of the brass butterflies like I did, they didn't disappoint, and they came out with a lot more things for me to play with as far as butterflies. And then, of course, because it is July and they want to give us time to work on the different seasons that are coming up, Stampin' Up! Does feature or tend to release all their Halloween stuff in the July papers. And so first up is this super, super cute 6x6 paper. And I don't have it. And this one is unique in the fact that you get 12 sheets of 4 different papers. And I'm going to kind of move them off to the side. So all 6x6 with a great background. But they're all these super cute characters. You can tell I've been thinking all I want to do is go get 6x6 frames and throw these in 6x6 frames and just use them for home decor, which I will probably do with one of my sets of them. But they're actually designed so you can put them together. You can make a quick treat bag if you wanted to. There's a sour cream carton pattern that will be coming from Stampin' Up! Where you just kind of like fold it together and you cinch the bottom, and then you're set to go. But you have all these great just cute little faces. You can cut them, put them on the front of a card, and then they're backed with these gorgeous coordinating stripes, which are perfect for any Halloween pattern. You know, you got the white with black, black with white, orange with black, and then black with orange. So that just gives you a lot of things to play with. So that was one that I simply had to have, just because I thought the faces were absolutely adorable. Next up, we have another suite, which is actually called the Frightfully Fun Suite. And I will kind of show you what we have here, making sure that I'm still on camera. I tried to change my background. We've had some complaints that my lights tend to give too much of a glare and I tend to go off screen. So I'm trying really, really hard to get this down. So let me know if you think this is a better setup. So this is one of the first papers. You've got these orange papers with the gnarly trees, I call them, with a moon or sunset, backed with this black kind of motiony stars and swirls that really is super, super fun. Then you have these ghosts with just an orange star paper, which would be perfect even if you're doing little boy scrapbook pages and maybe you're not into Halloween, and I get it, not everybody does Halloween, but just playing with that star paper would be perfect for lots of little boy pictures. But I love these cats, and you're going to see some really fun things with these cats right here. So I love these cats. I think they're so adorable. Yes, they're kind of scaredy cats, and yes, there are dies that will cut some of these out. Specifically this scaredy cat and the cat with the hat. Cat with the hat, not cat in the hat. But I just thought they were super cute, and they'd be really cute just on a general pet page, or just a, you know, saying hi. Like I could see this little cat here like peering in a window or something like that, just to say hi, or, you know, please, or, you know, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, or any of those types of things that these would be perfect for if you're not into Halloween. And then on the back is just this nice stripe. Once again, it would be great for boys. I know going up and down. I also like to sometimes turn my stripes this way just to kind of give me some other visual interest, but just a fun stripe to play with. And then we have more ghosties. Ghosts and bats, and wait till you see the embellishments that comes with this suite. And then we have, I want to make sure, nope, I grabbed the wrong one. We have, so we have an orange background with ghosts and bats with a black spider web background. So you would just have spider webs. And then we have a black background or a dark gray background with ghosts and bats. And then the background for that one is orange spider web. So you do have some choices here of things you can play with. And then you have the spooky trees set in like a dark, eerie night. And then that is backed with the orange swirls with stars, which, speaking of orange swirls with stars, this suite, I did get everything in this Frightfully Fun suite, except for it does come with gift boxes or gable boxes. I did not get those yet, just because I picked and chose. So the next thing is this Swirls of Magic embossing folder. And I really don't, I mean, I do a few Halloween cards. I don't do tons. I do a few scrapbooking layouts sometimes. But I really love this embossing folder, and I actually thought it would be great for birthdays, for celebrations, just because of the stars. It would even be good with our Love You to the Moon and Back astronaut stamp set that we have right now too. But you can see it's just it's an embossing folder. It looks really, really cool. And like I said, I think it would be great for an all occasion stamp set. With this comes, with the suite comes the Oh My Fright stamps and dies. So you can see you've got the cat and the cat that's under the hat, a corner web, trick or treat, happy Halloween, boo to you, bat, stars, a big bat. And then you have dies that would cut these out. So it would cut out your ghosts. So this cuts out a ghost, this cuts out the ghost, the bat, some extra bats, some clouds, extra stars. It even has this flourish with the swirls and the stars there. So that would be a great background. It's got this big tag, which is just awesome, with also the tag reinforcements and a gnarly tree. One thing you will notice is that Stampin' Up! Has listened to us, and they are now putting the names on the dies in big, bold print, or at least the same size print as the stamps. So we'll be able to find them and match them up very, very easily. With this suite is the cutest little gems that as soon as these come out, if you think you want them, you are going to want to order them because I think they are going to be sold out. They are called the Adhesive Back Ghosts and Dots. And so we've got little bitty foam black and white dots. And then we have these, I would say they're kind of like plastic or resin ghosts and bats. And I'm just telling you, the ghosts all have eyes and mouths. And you can actually see the bats have little eyes and mouths. And actually their ears are different colors as well. So super, super cute. Just a fun way to play with those. And then it does come with this really, really cool ribbon as well, which I don't think I've seen this color ribbon. Now, I haven't been with Stampin' Up! Forever, but I've only been with them for a few years. But I have been a collector of Stampin' Up! Stuff for quite a while, and I have not seen this color. But it is a black, basic black glimmer ribbon. And so it's just black, and it's got like this glitter or glimmer on the edges. And it is just so pretty. Yes, 3/8 inch. So, and honestly, if you have any leftover paper from last year's Christmas line, this would be perfect to go with that. It's got just that enough shimmer that I think it would be perfect to go with some of your black and white Christmas stuff. It would probably go really, really good with our artisan sketch papers because they're black and white. So just a really fun ribbon that, like I said, I don't think I've seen any basic black in my design or in my papers. So I'm going to set that off to the side for a second. So then we do have another stamp set that is not included there, but it's another bundle, and it's called Web of Fun. So it does coordinate with the set, but it does not go with the bundle. And so you get this fun stamp set, which includes this spider, October 31st, very spooky, the words Halloween, this big web, as well as a set of dies that go with that say like Happy Halloween, Halloween night, boo, happy boo, boo night, the spider, background for the spider. So you could probably, so this is probably a separate die, and then this one probably cuts out the stamp. You've got another spider web that you can cut out, as well as a banner and a nice sentiment block there. So just a fun way to play for Halloween. And like I said, what I have heard is that this will be the only time that Halloween stuff will be released is with the July release. So you will want to watch that first Tuesday of July to take advantage of these. They do have fall. Now, we know that there'll be another catalog that comes out in September, and that will have fall things in it as well as Christmas and some general stuff. But they're releasing a few fall things ahead of time and a few Christmas things ahead of time just so we can get a jump start. So this is Fun for Fall, which I just thought this scarecrow was the cutest thing, and I cannot wait to play with it. Reminds me so much. So I'm a Raggedy Ann girl, grew up with a Raggedy Ann, and when I saw that, I just loved the Raggedy Ann look to the face, and I just thought this is going to be so much fun to play with and to just color. But it's got great sentiments, something to crow about. Happy fall, y'all. Hey there. So thankful for you. Hoping your day is wonderful. Congratulations. Crows, which are just super cute. A little sunflower. The dies do cut out like the hay bale, the banner, the scarecrow, the sunflower, the crows. But it also has corn and ears of corn and a fence. So super, super fun. You can put your scarecrow in either a field of sunflowers or you can put it in a field of corn and just have a great time celebrating fall by creating your cards. So that's Fun for Fall. And then we move on to Christmas. And I'm just realizing there's a stamp set I'm missing because I pulled it out to play with today and it's probably not in here. So, I was trying to find it, but it may just have to catch the second set, or you may just have to wait till I actually create with it. Next is called the Stitch Season Suite. So I kind of spoiled a few things. So we had these huge, they're stockings, and it's kind of like a quilting theme. So you actually have the dies to cut out the individual quilt blocks or banner parts of the quilt blocks. You also have these dies that will just leave a stitched background. There's one that's a tree, one that's a present. If you die cut this stocking, it will actually leave the stitching on there, so that's super cool. You have this die that just cuts out this border or the tree border. Individual holly pieces, so you could like paper piece a quilt. The triangles, the square, as well as this. So you can either stamp sentiments or you can just kind of put together your own quilt, and you'll kind of see that this all really coordinates with the stitch stocking stamps. You got May All Your Days Be Merry and Bright. You got your to from for your tags. Got Sending Warm Wishes This Christmas. You've got the squares to create different backgrounds for your, I was going to say fabric, but really for your blocks. So just super fun. You got another one there. Just a line of stitching, which I love that. I will probably pull this stamp out and use this all the time. I love adding faux stitching to any of my cards. I just think it's a really, really fun time. This does come with ribbon as well. So I know we were a little disappointed that there wasn't a ton of ribbon in the new catalog, basically in the new colors. Well, there are 3 new ribbons coming out in July. So that will help. This is just a nice little stitched, and this is in real red with white. So super fun, easy to create little bows with. It's going to be super fun to play with. It does come with embellishments as well. These are called the Adhesive Back Mini Christmas Buttons. So these are super fun as well. I don't know, but if you can see them, but you get white and real red buttons. And I don't know if you can see here that these actually have glitter. They look like they have glitter on the edge. It's not coming off in any way, shape, or form, but they're all sparkly. So they're kind of perfect for this papers that we have, which is a very quilty look. So let's break those out so we can show you. So we have this, I'm sorry, and this is called a Stitch Season. Should have known that. That's the name of the suite. It's always named after the paper. So you have this gorgeous quilt-like look, so you could do individual blocks. You can mix and match these, put them in any kind of order that you want. And this looks like it's backed with Peaceful Pine plaid. The colors in this are Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Peaceful Pine, Pecan Pie, Real Red, and Secret Sea. So very, very traditional Christmas colors here with this set. So no surprises there. So you have this. And then you have one that is all cardinals, which is just very, very pretty. I always wanted to make a quilt like this, so I like to sew as well. Don't get as much time, but it's back with that real red candy cane background. Just really, really cool. You can see how cute that would look together for a card. Then we have this Christmas trees backed with Secret Sea. And so you can see all the individual, they all look pieced. They really do look like a quilt pattern, backed with just kind of like a design that's got that's real red. So just a very simple like filler pattern that you could use. And I wish I knew the names of all these blocks. At one time I knew a lot of these. Another quilt block, kind of like a star situation where you do the negatives and positives. There is another paper with this that I did not get that will be coming, but it is like this pattern, kind of like a shimmery stripes, but it's white with silver sparkles etched all the way through it. So very, very pretty. And that's backed with this really pretty old olive and probably a hint of peaceful pine in there with little bitty white flowers. So I mean, this could even be used for all season, but you mix it with Christmas stuff and it goes right alongside with those Christmas papers. This of course is just one of those big 12 by 12 quilts. You could just take this and frame it to make it look as part of your background, or you know, if you have a quilty room, a sewing room, this would be a great decoration in there. But it is backed with the Secret Sea and snowflakes. Then you have pretty much a smaller version of the stars, and so you have that, and that is backed with your classic holly and holly leaves and berries. That is the end of the Christmas suite, but I still have a few more things left to show you that I have picked up, because there's a couple other ones. They have a couple other really cool Christmas stamp sets that are coming out in July. One of them is the Pretty Poinsettia. So I know, or at least I believe I've heard that Stampin' Up! Did have a poinsettia a few years ago. I missed out on that one. I was not around and didn't see it. So I was super excited to get this poinsettia stamp. And even though I have said I do not need more Christmas stamps, I needed more Christmas stamps. It's got some pine boughs, some berries, little bitty poinsettias that you can use as a background. This is kind of meant to look like a stitched edging of a quilt or something, so you can put that on the edge of your quilt. Great sentiments, merry and bright, Christmas joy, 'tis the season, most wonderful time of the year, bright Christmas wishes. And then it comes with a coordinating die set, which you can see it'll cut out the leaves, it'll cut out these sprigs, and it'll cut out this poinsettia, as well as it'll cut out some little bitty snowflakes. Plus it would also cut out these poinsettia leaves that then you can layer over each other. And I just keep thinking that this would look so, so good with the flock paper that comes with the Velvet Meadow suite, I think it's called, or any of the velvety type papers that we've had. We had some last year that was in red and green and white, and now we've got the pink and everything. And I think it would just look so cool in that type of thing, or even two-tone cardstock to kind of layer them and to mix and match them. Very, very fun. And then we also have the Woodland Wishes, which honestly I did not have in my cart at first. But it's got May Here for Christmas, Be Merry and Bright, Christmas cheer to all, for all to hear, holiday greetings, sending love and enjoy this Christmas. So great things that I could actually put on the inside of a card, as well as all these cute little farmland creatures. So this set actually makes a tree. So this cuts out one, this is one big stamp. There are not dies to go with this. It's just a stamp set you can do. But then there's also a cute little bear, a cute little deer, a fox, and a little porcupine that you can kind of stamp alongside. So I think this is going to be super, super fun.